next. I use the word next a lot. And one of the challenges that people have that are novices or not a lot of experience, or maybe they're younger in the business, is the ability to say no. Nope, doesn't work. Because what they don't realize, and this is part of the growth and some of the learning you just said as well, just to get back to your point before I get deeper into this, you mentioned that, brokers out there or, agents or whoever out in the universe in commercial real estate or any type of real estate is when they're really pushing for a sale and everything. It's because what happens is that they weren't taught well how the business runs. They didn't understand patience. They don't understand that it's a marathon business. They don't understand that, you have to really understand the deal to sell the deal and learn about the deal. And so when a deal's not selling, you have to look at yourself. But the other thing is that you want to create abundance. You want to have multiple buyers. You want the ability to, in that example, not only have multiple buyers, but you want to understand what you're selling and have integrity in the sales process. And again, that goes with communication, working on yourself. How you come off is important in how you communicate. So you want to act from inspiration, not desperation. And that's a big deal. If you're younger in the business and learning, that's important. Work from inspiration and keep building your network and your knowledge. And so to get back to your question and your point with all these deal flows we see is we look at the real estate fundamentals. We look at the credit worthiness of tenants. We look at the areas. We look at demographics. We look at market rents. We look at absorptions. We look at, how do we get into the property? How do we get out of it? And it depends on the asset class. Every asset class has different underwriting standards. Industrial is different than medical office. Self-storage is different than all of them. Hotels, general office, retail. We own retail. It's a whole different animal. It's changed drastically, retail, over the last 20 years. So, Stephanie, it depends on the asset, but a lot of it is just showing up every day and learning and growing and working on your craft and being dependable. And if you continue to learn and grow and listen, and the other key is the reason why I can get through deals quickly is because I'm a good listener and I ask a lot of questions. I will ask the broker or the principal selling us the property or the portfolio we're buying, is I ask questions. And why are you selling? What's going on? Tell me what's happening. And then we assess it. And for me, it might be the back of a napkin, because that's how I learned to underwrite. I would have a napkin. I quickly write and say, all right, this makes sense, or it's way overpriced, or the cost of capital is so expensive out there. Like, how is this going to trade at a 5 cap when the cost of capital is 9?
Right.
It doesn't make sense. And so you could just look at deals, and you have to get through deals quickly to become great in acquisitions. And it's not for the faint of heart, this business. Okay. I've unfortunately got to see some bad conduct in the industry, which drives me nuts. And that's one thing why I'm doing a lot of teaching and coaching and mentoring, and that will continue to grow, because I want to teach the business the right way.
I love that. Thank you for that. Thank you for because look, commercial real estate's a tough business. When I got into it, I was 21 years old. And let me tell you, in 1999, a bunch of old white guys didn't want to see a 21-year-old female come and kick them in the you-know-whats, right? Exactly. So, I had to defend myself constantly. So no, I love that you care enough about this industry to share back and help everyone else be great at it.
Well, because here's what ends up happening is that deals don't get done.
Yeah.
Okay. Attracting tenants don't happen. And so we're in this together.
Yes.
That's how I look at it. It's not just Ben Reinberg is going to sit on top of the mountain. No, this is a we effort between making sure brokers are communicating well. We want to be that sophisticated, educated, high-class performing industry, commercial real estate. That's who we are. And that's who we should be always. And so we always should be acting with integrity. We should always have the best expertise. We should always be consistent. That's why our core values at Alliance is transparency, integrity, consistency, and expertise. That's why people sell us deals. That's why people I don't put a deal under contract that I don't have a highest probability of closing. It's rare I pull out of a deal. My company does.
Yeah.
Through enough underwriting and understand how to value. And that's integrity. And so I see it because when we sell deals, I see, buyer ties up our property and doesn't close and doesn't have integrity. And so, part of the cleansing that's going on right now in this environment is it gets rid of the novices, which I like. I love challenging markets and when there's chaos because there's opportunities. But you have to stay persistent and consistent and show up and keep pushing and grinding and not give up. I see more people in our industry that just say, well, you know what? I can't sell it for a 5 cap. Interest rates are moving. I can't stay in this business. I can't do it. You don't want those people in the business.
Right.
You want people that are going to show up and work hard and grind, but also know how to underwrite and know that, hey, the market's changed. I'm not going to take a listing if you're a broker out there